finance is as old, almost as old as human beings. So once human beings started getting organized into civilizations, immediately after your food and basic needs were met, immediately after, there was a need for capital. This goes back to the human, I think, need to develop, basically. So this collective development, if you will, and markets started to come into play as a means of exchange and solve the scarcity problem, right? Because limited resources has been the problem for humankind for forever. Our role is to manage capital on behalf of pension funds, insurance companies, sovereign wealth funds, and individual investors who are saving for their pensions, and use our expertise to deploy capital in either for return, for safety or liquidity. Multiple objectives जो आते हैं एक investor के, उस पे फिर हम we play that role, and we are privileged to play that role where we connect capital with people or organizations or companies or governments which need capital, and that providers of savings. So ये savings intermediary role है, and ये wars उनसे नहीं बंद होता. Savings have to be deployed, capital has to be deployed. In fact, war actually may create demand for capital, right? Defense right now is much in demand. So financial system and financial actors, intermediaries, your banking sector तो चलो pure intermediary है, but we are fiduciary duty है हमारी to deploy that capital on behalf of our clients, and we are lucky to do that. We are lucky I'm personally privileged to be working at a firm in an area where we have access to the smartest people globally. My team comprises of very talented individuals, and the focus is to apply our analytical capabilities to try to map the future, which is full of ambiguity, uncertainty, and complexity. और हमारी जो basically what we bring to the table is judgment under uncertainty, which is कि हमें पता है कि uncertain world है. So think of it as a billiard table. अगर आप एक ball फेंक देते हैं billiard के table पे in the cluster of balls, it will have multiple order effects. इसके आइडिया ये नहीं होता कि आपने वो जो बॉल लग जाए क्लस्टर में तो कभी कि नेक्स्ट स्पेसिफिक बॉल क्या हिट होगा. आइडिया ये होता है कि यार वो कौन सा क्वाड्रेंट है जिसके अंदर वो बॉल्स जा सकते हैं. You narrow your quadrant search. But कोई specific event आप predict कर सकते हैं नहीं, क्योंकि you don't know how Iran will react, उनकी क्या capability है. Those things only get revealed when the event takes place. So in terms of how we approached this crisis was that after Venezuela, we started looking at Iran very, very carefully. And more importantly, we saw in our work कि China बहुत ज़्यादा storage build कर रहा है oil की right after Venezuela. तो हमने Strait of Hormuz की सारा आएं बाएं कर ली थी by end of Jan. हमें ये भी इसी पता थी कौन कितना oil लेता है यहाँ से, क्या गुजरता है, ये कैसे बंद हो सकती है, कितनी देर के लिए बंद हो सकती है. So it gives you that quadrant when the event happens. So going into this event, we had hedges क्योंकि you can't take off like outright view की जो war हो जाएगी, but you can take hedge against your other positions. So we had hedges in energy, equities, and other things. But as with wars, no plan survives, right? But the planning is useful क्योंकि हमें quadrants पता थे. हमें पता था कि एशिया की ये कुछ countries ज़्यादा vulnerable है. हमें ये पता था कि China इतना vulnerable नहीं है. We knew कि भाई यूरोप की क्या dependency है, US insulated है. So ये quadrant mapping जो है ना, it gives you very valuable time and head start over the market. Okay, some players may be just shocked and wake up into it. I joined the industry in 2001. So चौथा पांचवा crisis तो मेरा भी निपट गया. So I've been lucky to work with people who are very structured, and then you add your own experience to it. Myself and my team are not afraid of ambiguity, uncertainty. In fact, we welcome it in the sense कि भाई के how do we traverse that, and at the same time we hope कि भाई ये tragedies मत हो. हार्ड पावर वर्ल्ड की डेफिनेशन ये है कि भाई कि आपकी मिलिट्री स्ट्रेंथ इज far more important than your economic strength. Military strength starts determining political economic outcomes. जो post World War II order था और which really got cemented after the fall of Berlin Wall or the end of Cold War, जहाँ पर जब world went into a unipolar world, was कि US was the benign hegemon जो आपकी सी लेन्स को अंडरपिन कर रहा है, सिक्योरिटी दे रहा है, मिलिट्री सपोर्ट दे रहा है यूरोप को और अपने एलाइज को. छोटे कंट्रीज आर प्रोटेक्टेड इन दिस वर्ल्ड, सो इकोनॉमिक स्ट्रेंथ बिकम्स वेयर यू सिट एट द टेबल. अमीर हो तो you have a bigger voice, गरीब हो तो you have a weaker voice. हार्ड पावर वर्ल्ड जो है ना उसको उल्टा करता है. हार्ड पावर वर्ल्ड कहता है कि भाई कि मिलिट्री स्ट्रेंथ है तो देन आई हैव अ वॉइस. हार्ड पावर इकोनॉमिक्स इज लेस रेलेवेंट. आई एम नॉट सेइंग इकोनॉमिक्स इज नॉट रेलेवेंट, इट्स लेस रेलेवेंट, इट्स नॉट द फ्रंट. व्हाट यू नीड इकोनॉमिक्स इज नाउ इज टू मेंटेन दैट मिलिट्री एंड सिक्योरिटी पावर. इकोनॉमिक्स का रोल फर्क हो जाता है और वो उसकी जो वजहें हैं वो ये है कि यूएस के अंदर जो चेंजेस हुई हैं पॉलिटिकल, उनका जो माइंडसेट है to underpin and support this soft power world has collapsed. जो confidence है उनका कि हम ये करना चाहते हैं क्योंकि देते हैं कि this is a costly exercise. So somehow उनके दिमागों में ये आ गया है कि ये this is not a good deal for us. The word deal. So they started looking at it as a deal form. So जो US ने जो retrenchment की है अपनी from its historical relationships or at least creating risk of retrenchment, NATO ka is a good example of that. That is bringing the military part at the table. कि भाई आप अपने own पे हैं, US is not going to come and bail you out. उसकी multiple reasons हैं. US is becoming an energy exporter. उसका fundamental relationship change हो गया है Middle East के साथ. And US now is okay with a multipolar world जिसमें चाइना का अपना sphere of influence है, उनका अपना sphere of influence है, and they are okay with the fact that Europe starts to create its own bloc. So it's a world of fragmentation, fracturing, and in that world military strength matters.